Suddenly, to his astonishment, there fell a large bird at his feet, struck down while it was in flight in the skies. The prince went down to see what ailed the magnificent swan that lay on the ground with great pain. He gently collected it in his arms to find a sharp arrow pierced into the side of the bird. Siddhartha felt very sad to see this beautiful creature injured due to the thoughtless act of some cruel and selfish hunter. The prince gently freed the bird of the arrow and washed the wound in the clear waters of a nearby spring. Having done that, he picked some healing herbs from Aram and squeezed the juice into the swan's wound to arrest bleeding immediately. Very soon, the bird showed signs of great relief from the pain it had suffered and gratefully lay in the arms of the prince as if it knew it had found a safe refuge and there was nothing to fear anymore. Still very upset that someone should perform such a wicked deed like trying to kill this lovely creature, the prince picked up the arrow and pierced his own finger to experience at least some of the pain suffered by the ill-fated swan. Blood slowly oozed out of the finger and made Siddhartha wince in sharp pain. Now at least he felt a little of the agony the bird that suffered when shot at with an arrow by some hard-hearted person. Just as Siddhartha was about to carry the bird to the palace to nurse it fully back to health, Devadatta appeared and demanded for the swan, since it was his arrow that had brought the bird down. Siddhartha, who was shocked to hear this, asked his cousin, "What will you do with the bird if I give it to you?" Devadatta sneered before answering, "Kill it! Of course! What else can I do?" At this, Siddhartha became even firmer and would not hand over the wounded bird to his cousin. After heated arguments between the two cousins, Devadatta suggested, "Let's take the matter before our elders and allow them to decide who the rightful owner is." The elders were the council of wise men in the king's court, and they settled all the disputes brought to them by the king's subjects. Siddhartha readily agreed. He had full confidence that he would get justice at their hands. A meeting of the elders was urgent to hear what the two boys had to say before they could offer a solution to their dispute. The head of the group first asked Devadatta how he could claim ownership of the swan when it was a wild being of the forest belonging to nobody. Devadatta replied with great confidence, "Sire, from the moment my arrow brought it down and almost killed if the bird belonged to me and no one else. If Siddhartha himself had shot the bird, then it would be his." All the wise men nodded their heads as if they seemed to understand the point put forth by the boy. Then they turned to Siddhartha and asked him to prove his right over the wounded creature. Siddhartha's face shone with a glow that seemed to radiate a great inner godness. He patiently narrated all that happened that day and finally asked the council of wise men, "Don't you think a creature belongs to the one who tries to give it life rather than the person who wants to kill it?"